I'm Chris Rice, Patty, Master Scuba Diver Trainer.
I'm CJ Rice, Dive Master.
I'd like to welcome you to Above and Below H2O. What you're about to see is done by trained professionals. Please do not attempt this on your own, especially if you've not had the proper training. It is extremely dangerous if you do not have the proper training.
Do not do this at home.
That's right. Do not do this. Let's go diving.
Above and Below H2O is brought to you by Part City, Distupers, Macaulay Siding and Windows, Maximum Site Design.
We are back at John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park this week after diving on the Vandenberg. John Pennekamp has a commercial dive boat operation within the park. We will be using them to dive on the Coral Reef Sanctuary. This is the Visibility. Captain Dan and Drew are our crew today. With any commercial dive boat, there are certain protocols, certain guidelines that the U.S. Coast Guard lay out that the crew has to go over with you. So as we've left the dock, Drew's going over some of the safety and some of the emergency items that we might use, such as the raft on the front and also the life vests that are down inside the hull, discussing where they are and how we have to put them on in case of an emergency. They'll also go over egress and ingress at the dive site, how they want us to go off their boat, wide stride at which location, and also how they want us to come back on, taking our fins off and pulling on the line and working our way up to the dive ladder. They'll also talk about how they want us to wait till they come, see how the tanks sit in the holders in the back side, so they don't want us just to get up or try to sit down without them directing that tank and making sure it goes back into that holder in the proper place. Today, Drew and Dan are taking us out to Carey's Fort, which is the northernmost dive site in the Coral Reef Sanctuary. It's also unique because it has an interesting lighthouse that still works. CJ, could you tell us more about that lighthouse?
Well, this lighthouse is located 6 nautical miles, which is 6.9 miles east of Key Largo. Its year it was first lit was 1852. Before then, in 1825, they used lightships. This lighthouse was manned until 1960, and that's when it became automated. So now it is still a functioning lighthouse, but not manned.
Yeah, it keeps all the boats off of this beautiful coral reef that we're seeing here. You'll notice too that this reef is a little more vibrant, a little more taller and less disturbed as the other dive sites within the reef, because this site is the northernmost site, so it's not visited as often as the other sites. Notice the water. You'll see the floating particles in the water. That big fan in front of us there filters the water, takes those particles out, and actually uses them as food and nutrients. As with any dive, you're on the search. You never know what you're going to see. You never know what you're not going to see. You're just checking things out, trying to move, not undisturbed, the coral, the life around it, but just keeping your eyes open, because you never know what you might see. We might see a spotted eagle ray. We might not. We might see a shark. We might not. Water temperature here is about 72 degrees this time of the year. Of course, it does fluctuate as the seasons with the summer and the winter. It'll go up and down. Right now, here we are in the mid-July. Water temperatures there are in the mid-80s, down to the mid-60s in the wintertime. this coral dive site is very similar to some that we'd find in the Caribbean. It's actually sloped. There are certain points in this dive site that are over 70 feet deep. We'll actually see a large brain coral at some of the deepest points where we were on this dive, which testifies to the water's visibility. The brain coral has to have UV light in order to survive. So some 70 feet down, it's still getting enough UV light to survive. And we'll point that out as we come across it later on in the show.
You know, you may be seeing a lot of the same fish, but actually Key Largo, all the fish found there's roughly around 260 different species of tropical fish around here, and over 80 species of coral. There's lobsters, sea cucumbers, urchins, shrimps, and anemones.
Enemies?
Anemones.
An enemy? There's an enemy among us? Stay tuned, more to come.
Hey, guess what? You can tweet us. Tweet me at Above and Below CJ.
You can tweet me at Above and Below CR.
Keep tweeting. Tweet, tweet.
Changing your own motor oil can save you money and time, but it can also be messy. From the moment the drain plug comes out until the last quart is added, it's anyone's guess where the oil will land. Keep it clean, quick, and easy with an oil change kit from Part City Auto Parts, on sale for $5, including shop towels, a funnel, drain pan, and hand cleaner.
Cumberland Auto Parts, 718 West Avenue, Crossville, and 6149 South York Highway, Clark Range. Your Part City Auto Parts store.
Part City.
Hello, I'm Harry McCulley with McCulley Siding and Windows. Now ladies, I know you're all about your home looking its best. Whether it's replacement windows, siding, vinyl deck and railings, redecorating your kitchen or bathroom, or adding your own beautiful Better Living sunroom. At McCulley's, we know what you like and offer exclusive quality products and professional installation by our certified installers. Come see our showroom or go to McCulleySiding.com. Remember, we make home improvement easy. McCulley Siding and Windows, Crossville, Tennessee.
Need a website for your business? Maximum Site Design. Complete web design responsive with all current devices, desktops, smartphones, and tablets. With our SEO experience, we will move your business website to the top of the search engines. Visit us at MaximumSiteDesign.com.
Here at Carey's Fort, this is found at Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary. This would be a perfect place if you want to come out and do some scuba diving, to dive on it. If you're not a diver, this is also a good place to come out and do snorkeling. This reef is named after the HMS Carey's Fort ship that ran aground in the 1770s. After that, many other ships have ran aground around this lighthouse. This is a beautiful spot that has 13 mooring buoys around it. Next to the lighthouse is the best place to go snorkeling. It's the shallowest areas. Out further, you'll find between 60 and 85 feet in depth around there for good diving. This contains many elkhorn coral, brain coral, and staghorn coral. Off to approximately 15 foot of water, a half a mile north of the tower, rests an 1800s 5 of them cannons, which is really cool if you get a chance to see them. In about 30 feet to 40 feet of water, about 100 yards north-northwest of the tower, rests an anchor thought to be off an 1800s frigate. So this is something also you can get a chance to see if you're around that area.
You'll notice the size of the coral. The coral formations here are a whole lot healthier and larger than what we've seen on some of our other dive sites within the sanctuary. It's because of the water quality. 80 feet, and yet you still have live coral, testifies to the visibility, allowing the UV light rays to penetrate.
You know, you may not be interested in getting wet or getting in the water at all. There at John Pennekamp, they also have a glass bottom boat. And this is also a reef that you can go out and see in the glass bottom boat. The water there is still really clear, and it's also not that deep, so you'll get a good view of all the aquatic life and all the coral in the glass bottom boat.
As with many coral reefs, there are several swim-throughs and overhangs. And you never want to neglect looking in there. You never know what might be hanging out in an overhang or in a swim-through. Being down inside of the coral like we are now, notice we're not seeing signs of the surge. The coral's not being shoved around and the fish aren't either. When you're able to get down inside pieces of coral of this size, you're able to escape that surge. Look at the size of that brain coral. Any idea how old it is? 50 years? 60 years? About several thousand years. You'll notice the marks on it where things have fallen on top of the coral, maybe sand, and killed sections of it. But that coral is very much alive. This is the size of it as Samantha slides by it, just how big that piece of coral really is. Be sure, when you're in the Keys, to visit John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park and ask Captain Dan to take you out to Carey's Fort. As we mentioned, it's one of the least visited of all the dive sites within the National Marine Sanctuary. Hey, stay tuned. We're going to show you some lionfish, and we're going to see if we can find us a spotted eagle ray too.
Have you ever thought about what do nurse sharks eat?
Changing your own motor oil can save you money and time, but it can also be messy. From the moment the drain plug comes out until the last quart is added, it's anyone's guess where the oil will land. Keep it clean, quick, and easy with an oil change kit from Part City Auto Parts, on sale for $5, including shop towels, a funnel, drain pan, and hand cleaner.
Cumberland Auto Parts, 718 West Avenue, Crossville, and 6149 South York Highway, Clark Range. Your Part City Auto Parts store.
Part City.
Hello, I'm Harry McCulley with McCulley Siding and Windows. Now ladies, I know you're all about your home looking its best. Whether it's replacement windows, siding, vinyl decking railings, redecorating your kitchen or bathroom, or adding your own beautiful Better Living sunroom. At McCulley's, we know what you like and offer exclusive quality products and professional installation by our certified installers. Come see our showroom or go to McCulleySiding.com. Remember, we make home improvement easy. McCulley Siding and Windows, Crossville, Tennessee.
Crossville Scuba Center. If you're into scuba diving or want to get into the sport, we have all the equipment to get you started. From masks, fins, and snorkels to regulators, VCs, and wetsuits, we have everything you need to make your scuba experience the best it can be. Crossville Scuba Center, 931-456-0128.
When you think of a shark, you think of them eating fish, shrimp, and squid. Well, nurse sharks do eat this, but they prefer also to eat shellfish, and occasionally they will dine on coral.
We're a little bit deeper on the reef now. You'll notice that the coral doesn't look as lively. You can notice there's a lot of dead coral. Other types of coral have taken their place. We kind of talked about that earlier. As you're diving deeper into the ocean, the pressure is greater on your air spaces within your body. Of course, water doesn't compress, so most of our body never feels the increasing pressure from the surrounding water. But we have to clear our ears. It'd be like you folks in Knoxville coming up and seeing us folks in Crossville. When you come up on the mountain, your pressure is less, and you'll feel the cracking and popping within your ears and your sinuses. And as we descend the mountain, the pressure is greater because of the air pressure above us, so you have to clear it. Well, the pressure change is greater in water because of the greater amount of pressure in the shorter distances. So you're finding that you have to equalize your air spaces within your head quite frequently. We do that with the type of mask that we have. You reach up and grab your nose, gently exhale out, and you'll hear the equalization taking place within your head. Of course, the more time you spend in the water, the more diving you do, eventually you get so that you can just kind of wiggle your jaw. Now you'll see that she was clearing her head. You can wiggle your jaw or swallow, and you'll be able to clear. Sinus congestion and sinus infections, though, can lessen our ability to be able to clear, so that's why divers, when they have head colds, they go check out the bar. They don't go diving. Now we're going to come down here and look at a very, 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 very sad thing happening in the Florida Keys. What is this, CJ?
Well, this is one of our invasive species. This is a lionfish. Lionfish were believed to be introduced around 1992 due to Hurricane Andrew coming and destroying an aquarium. This aquarium had 6 lionfish that they were selling. Well, of course, these lionfish were thrown into the ocean, and they have populated, and there have been more and more lionfish. This species is very evasive. They also do not have any natural predators, being that they are not from around here. Many different people are trying to work with animals in the wild and try to get them to see if they can eat these fish, such as eels, sharks, and even grouper. It has been believed that sharks have ate these fish, and due to their spines being venomous, it has not hurt them. That's something that we've got to worry about when we dive with them. Their venom, it can kill you, but it's very unlikely that it will. It more likely will give you a severe pain, which will last several days. But even with a severe pain, you don't want to mess with them because you don't want to take the chance of actually being seriously hurt by a lionfish.
If you Google a lionfish, you can see some of the infections that folks have gotten. There's our lobster robin checking out from underneath the coral. Bonaire has actually been training the different types of turtles in that area to feed on the lionfish, because that problem is not just here on the United States waters, but it's also down into the Caribbean. So it's a serious threat to our reef systems. And the reason why it's a threat is they eat every reef fish they can find. Just continually eat, and they can eat quite a bit in a day's time.
Studies have shown that lionfish can decrease a reef by up to 80%. So we really got to get rid of these fish.
And they're very intelligent. In Bonaire, they've actually learned that when they hear the divers' bubbles to go hide, because the divers are hunting them. So they've actually started hunting them with closed circuit rebreathers.
You'll notice also in our upcoming dives, we have found some lionfish at night. These fish have learned to hide during the day and come out at night to look for their food and scavenge around because they know there's no divers around at night.
And of course they're in the marine sanctuary right now where fishing is prohibited. I sure wish we'd see a spotted eagle ray, CJ. Think you could call one up for us?
Well, I'm not like Dory. I don't speak eagle ray.
Well, all the folks that were with us on this dive were really disappointed. They thought that you said we were going to see a spotted eagle ray.
Really? I never said such a thing.
I think you can do it. How about giving us a chance? Give it a chance. Call for that ray. Come on, one more time.
Didn't work.
Oh, let's wait a minute. Let's see. It might. Gotta be patient. They don't swim as fast as Dory does. One more time. Give it another shot. One more time. Mr. Eagle Ray. Oh yeah, that was more attractive. I think that'll work.
Well, it stopped the diver in his tracks.
It's your mama. You better be nice. Ah, it did work, CJ. It did work.
Well, looky there. We have found a spotted eagle ray. Of course, I called a spotted eagle ray. Yeah, that's what it did.
Yeah, it's because you called him. Yeah, yeah. This is a rare sight to see. Very, very rare. Well, tell us some facts about the spotted eagle ray, CJ.
Well, an eagle ray can be found upwards of depths of 262 feet. This ray is most commonly seen swimming in groups. They can be identified by its dark dorsal fin that covers the surface of it, which is with white spots or rings around.
Now, because of our wonderful navigation skills, we have found our way back to our boat. We're going to exit the boat and go talk about what we've seen during this dive.
Changing your own motor oil can save you money and time, but it can also be messy. From the moment the drain plug comes out until the last quart is added, it's anyone's guess where the oil will land. Keep it clean, quick, and easy with an oil change kit from Part City Auto Parts, on sale for $5, including shop towels, a funnel, drain pan, and hand cleaner.
Cumberland Auto Parts, 718 West Avenue, Crossville, and 6149 South York Highway, Clark Range. Your Part City Auto Parts store.
Part City.
Hello, I'm Harry McCulley with McCulley Siding and Windows. Now ladies, I know you're all about your home looking its best. Whether it's replacement windows, siding, vinyl deck and railings, redecorating your kitchen or bathroom, or adding your own beautiful Better Living sunroom. At McCulley's, we know what you like and offer exclusive quality products and professional installation by our certified installers. Come see our showroom or go to McCulleySiding.com. Remember, we make home improvement easy. McCulley Siding and Windows, Crossville, Tennessee.
Need a website for your business? Maximum Site Design. Complete web design responsive with all current devices, desktops, smartphones, and tablets. With our SEO experience, we will move your business website to the top of the search engines. Visit us at MaximumSiteDesign.com.
Above and Below H2O is brought to you by Florida State Parks. Enjoy swimming, hiking, birding, picnicking, and more at Florida State Parks. From hidden beaches to historic landmarks, there's something for everyone. Discover the real Florida at 171 Florida State Park and Trail locations. Visit us online at www.floridastateparks.org.
Do you do Facebook? Find us on Facebook at Above and Below H2O. Then like us. Get to know more about the show. Ask us questions there.
Or if you'd like to learn more about scuba diving, got questions about it, or would like to take classes, find us on Perfect Reflection Scuba on Facebook. A couple shows back, we were talking about buoyancy and how important it is for divers to get neutrally buoyant in the water column. Things that help us to become buoyant as divers is our BCD, Buoyancy Control Device. It has a weight system in it, which we'll talk more about that, but also we're going to talk about exposure wear and how it affects our buoyancy. Wetsuits, neoprene, and then our dry suits, either crushed neoprene or laminate.